20XX is described as a roguelike action platformer by the developers that promises that if you like roguelikes or Megaman, 20XX is for you. And I can confirm that is true. It faithfully recreates the style with some minor hiccups. There's not much of a story here, so if you're into that, then 20XX isn't for you. You choose between one of two different characters, the first of which plays like Megaman while the other has melee-based abilities. You then set off on your roguelike journey of defeating 9 levels with a boss at each level. If you complete all 9, then you can do the final level and boss. The levels are decently varied as well and come out in a randomized order. They've also done a fantastic job at designing levels to utilize interesting mechanics like great sliding and using gravity altering effects to really move around. Each level is very well crafted with its own unique style and boss. The enemies are also varied as well with unique mechanics, making them a treat to fight. The only real problem is that the difficulty curve of the levels is not that great. The first few levels in particular are super easy, while the last few will be punishingly difficult. Along your journey you'll find different power-ups like more health or damage, and even different weapon types. You can find some absolutely insane power-ups like changing your weapon to firing 3 shots instead of 1, or the ability to turn your character into something like a Diablo Necro with pets flying around killing enemies for you. You'll also find a shop that you can purchase different items at. Overall, 20XX does a really good job at really making each run feel unique with interesting power-ups, and it also helps that each character has different power-ups as well for themselves that really makes them feel different and unique from the other character. Each time you die or complete a run, you'll gain chips which can be used to purchase upgrades like more health or better starting equipment, or even unlocking new items for discovery in future runs. You can also do daily and weekly challenges and complete on a leaderboard against other players, so it suits that competitive mindset as well. Graphically, 20XX looks really good. It does a fantastic job of keeping the screen clean and free of clutter, making it easy to follow. The enemies look really great, and I love the aesthetic and style of the world. It really captures that Mega Man feel, but it also makes sure that each level feels unique and different from one another, making it a lot more fun and replayability. The sound is also pretty decent. The music is pretty great, and it has some pretty great sounds for the actual weapons and attacks and abilities. It really does capture that old NES feel though quite a bit. There's also 2-player co-op, which is a lot of fun online with a buddy, and it actually works surprisingly pretty well. There's not really a whole lot of lag issues or any kind of problems. The only thing I really found was that sometimes when you're in the spectator mode, it doesn't follow the player that well. So sometimes when you die and you're watching your friend play, it'll like show them doing weird things that they're not really doing. However, when you're actually in the game, you're actually playing, none of that really seems to happen, so it must just be some kind of bug or something with the spectator mode. Overall, I like 20XX a lot. For $14.99, you're getting a solid value with 2 different characters and well-designed dungeons. The difficulty curve could be better, and a couple bosses in particular feel a little bit weak and underdeveloped, but overall 20XX is a lot of fun with a really good challenge to it. If you're a fan of roguelike games or Mega Man games, you'll like this game. It has the competitive leaderboards for competitive players. It's just a great game overall, and as a result, 20XX gets an 8 out of 10. I would highly recommend it.